Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. I was trying to get into Justin's live stream. He's got a bunch of freaking people in there. Couldn't get into it. So instead, chapter reviews! Yeah! Chapter reviews. People take a look at the Toriko thing. And already, some people were like, one person was like saying Crimson Tiger. He was like, fuck Toriko. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know, sort of thing. But anyway, One Piece. Chapter review. Waiting for the manga stream. Didn't do it yesterday. I had to call it quits. Do it now. This one was good. This was really good on many levels. The best way I could say this chapter is this. I was gonna say, yeah, you say Doflamingo, Brook, and for better for word, Rebecca. Well, should say Rebecca / Cavendish. But yeah, let's get into this chapter 722 of One Piece, the Royal Bloodline. This was good. This was really informative of what went down in this chapter. I thought, you had the beginning part. You got people booing Rebecca, saying, "Oh, filthy bloodline, she's blah, 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 blah." Saying your grandfather was responsible for setting the fires. It's only fitting that we put his granddaughter in one. And this was interesting because this is after Luffy had his fight with Don Shin Jiao. This is after his fight with him and his whole thing when he found out that Don had a big, huge rivalry with Garp. And saying that it's not her fault. That's her grandfather's fault. That's not her fault, who did it. And the guys in the prison, or the guys who were wounded, say, yeah, exactly. And everyone, you got the fighters saying, we'll cut your head off, blah, blah, blah. And then we see this guy saying, I've had enough. And give where prop is due, people. Hey, in the beginning part, I didn't like Cavendish. I wasn't a huge fan of him because he was a very, girly boy. But give this guy a gold star. Yeah, give this guy a gold star. Give this guy his props. He came in here and he told these people in the audience and he told these people in the ring, listen, back off. Back off. Leave her alone. Unless you're here to fight, unless you're basically saying, unless you're coming in the ring to throw down, shut up. Shut up. That's pretty much what he said. He pretty much said, shut up, wallow in your shame, silence, you imbeciles, not only to cause you your hate, but this young woman has made her resolve to facing in death. You who have not the same conviction don't have the right to scorn her. If your passion is true, then pick up a weapon and enter this ring. And everyone was like, oh. And then a lot of people were kind of crying and so on and so forth. And then Luffy even says, oh, holy crap, I got to give him his props. He just went up a few notches in my eyes. I still don't like him, though. And then, everyone's calling him great. This guy was saying, don't let it get under your skin to him and says, that little speech you just now want. And he says, oh my God, I'm super popular. That's what it means to you. And then that's pretty much how that ended. And we got Rebecca thanking him and so on and so forth. And then that's when the bell rings and everyone starts to fight. And this is going to be it. And she's saying, watch me, Soldier-san, as she starts to fight these guys. After that, we see Soldier-san. And he's with Frankie. Well, Frankie. What was it? Frankie Lin? Frankie Lin, Robbie Lin, and Usopp Lin. Yeah, Usopp Lin, who's trying to sneak out. Yo, Usopp, come on. You need to get your manhood up and say, yeah, I'm going to fight with these guys. Instead, he's like, no, I don't want to fight with these guys. I'm like, But he's basically saying that he doesn't want to get involved in this. He's like saying he's going to find an opportunity to sneak away. And everyone's like saying that they're going to gain back their freedom by going up against Doflamingo. They're basically saying that. And then we have Zoro and what was it? The little dwarf that's with him. And she's basically saying, hopefully it's a she, I'm not sure, saying that years ago the entire Royal army was decimated by a mere 3 people. The highest ranking officers, Trobol, Diamante, and Pika. Now, the 3 that he's talking about is Diamond, Club, and Spade. At least I think it's Spade. Because I know one of them is a diamond and the other one is a spade. Because if you look at the picture on the page, you see him holding a staff, or what seems to be like some kind of cane, and on the top of it is there's a spade there. So these 3 people of the good friend Nezo was making a joke. The Royal Flush Gang, yeah, Royal Flush, goes into that category. So he's saying that they decimated the army. She's saying, I shall never forget their faces. And then we see Sanji and Kinemon, and he say, oh, Zoro, Dodo, and so on and so forth. And Zoro says, although that's Curly Brolind and Top Knotland. And he's informing them that Nami's in danger, and so on and so forth, and they're going to go save him. And we get Violet-chan, with Sanji. And then Zoro's like, there's all of them get passionately stabbed. Zoro. And she's informing them that it was Jora who hijacked this shit. And we go back to that, and we see Brook. Listen.
Congratulations.
I apologize for that. It's the fucking thing. Anyway. Give 2 people in this chapter huge props. Give Brook and Cavendish huge props. Give Cavendish huge props for sticking up for Rebecca, but also give Brook some sneakiness. Sneakiness from Brook. Brook, my man. Brook fanboy. 922 here. And, hey, that's where I want to go with it. He was great. He basically fooled Jora. Saying, and basically she's saying she's going to bring it to the green bit, the ship, and saying that the one that's going to recover Caesar isn't you, but me. And it seems like Brook has betrayed them, because he's like, oh yeah, my eyes have been finally opened. I'm a musician after all. My life exists for the sole purpose of making art, even though I'm already dead. And then Jora's like, oh yeah, these were peasants, can't wrap their puny heads around it, Soul King. And we have also Mononosuke saying, how dare you call himself a swordsman. And then she reveals that the thing called dying art, the greatest form of art, Jora saying, and saying that I'm at a loss for words, I managed to really betray the tragedy that occurred in De Rosa. In 10 minutes, their entire being will become part of my art. And she says, right down to their very last breath, meaning they're going to die. So it seems like Brook has betrayed them. And saying, oh, you do that for me, Soul King, and so on and so forth. And she returns, because Brook asked her to. Brook asked Jora to, it's like hard to say her name, Jora, from like fairy tale, Jora, to return his violin to what it used to be. And she does that, but it's a violin and a cane. And then, we see Chopper saying, I lose consciousness, I don't want to die. And he gives it to him. Pure Joro-san, your violence will actually give us a king. He's like, looking forward to hearing your magnificent score. And then he says, there you go. I've already cut you. Cut? And it says, picture drawing song. Hitorogiri. And then he cuts her. I'm like, yo, Brook. Yo, play me that tune, man. That was awesome. He just went in there. He was like, for like, not even like what, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, being all buddy-buddy with Jora, and then, boom, get your cut. I like that. That was awesome. So, overall, I think for this chapter, I'm probably going to give this a 5 out of 5. Yeah. It was all... One Piece was better this week. I'm sorry, people. That's the way I see it. One Piece was definitely better this week. So, basically, Cutser, my apologies. I don't think I see the point in art after all, because I don't have any eyes. So, basically saying that, and he saves Brook, Chopper, and everyone else on the boat, on the Sunny. Then we go to Grinbit, Doflamingo. Now, my question with this reveal about Doflamingo that confused the hell out of me was Fujitora's opinion on it. Because to me, he's he's obviously part of the Marines and everything. And it's, to me, like, I don't know. I think he's against it. Like, when he was revealed, he's questioning it. He's like... but the real thing about him with that is he's obviously not going to go against Doflamingo. He can't. Because Doflamingo, he's royalty. He's... Can't go against him. He's in a Shubakai too, so... Can't go against him. So that was the whole bit there. So basically it was revealed that he... He's explained that 20 countries gathered in the center of the world with 20 kings and created a single great organization. That was the world government, and the kings who created it. They decided it'd be best to live in the Holy Land known as I can't even say this word. Marie Joyous. I can't even say that. Well, the Nefertaris of Alabasta refused the offer, so technically that makes it 19. Meaning, Levy is not part of it. Levy and her family went to Alabasta. They're like, no, we're not having this, we're going this way. So they're not part of the supposed celestial dragons, like Doflamingo is. So they're not part of it. And I noticed that somebody on Facebook was writing it, saying, oh, is that true? No, it's not true. Levy is not part of... It was only 19. The 20th family was Levy's family. Levy's family. Vivi's family. I said Levy? I apologize. Vivi's family, and they went to Alabasta. He didn't want any part of it. So he's explaining this to Raw and so on and so forth. Until this day live on, the descendants of those creators, also known as the Celestial Dragons. And we get this scene with Fujitora, and he's looking down, and he's like, I just feel like he's going to do something here. But anyway, he's continuing, and Law's like, 800 years ago, 19 royal families abandoned their thrones. You've finally begun to piece it all together. The countries then elected their kings, new royal families were established by default. Take my Dressrosa, for example. The new royal family were the Riku family, the creators that left this country for the greener pastures of Holy Majoros were the Don Quixote family. So it's revealed he has ties to the Holy Land, Doflamingo. This was huge. This was like... One Piece dominated the big three this week by leaps and bounds. 5 out of 5, no questions asked. Jesus Christ. However, I'm going to say this. I question Fujitora. I'm sorry, people, but I question him. He doesn't seem like, oh, you can go, Doflamingo. He considers this... I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, but that scene with Fujitora, it spells to me that he's planning something. He doesn't agree with Doflamingo with this reveal. Now that he's revealed that, Fujitora's like, he's wavering, Fujitora. With this scene, I just felt like that one scene where it seems like he, But pretty much Law has been defeated here. But Brook beat Jora, so that would probably mean that something's going to occur where they got the Sunny back on control, but they're on their way to green bits. So it's like, yeah, can't go up against Doflamingo. Jesus, they'll get raped. But we'll see how it goes. Give this a 5 out of 5. Great chapter. Brook, my man Brook, gotta give it to Cavendish. Yo, gotta give it to that guy. He stood up. He was like, yo, hey, you guys, stop on Rebecca. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You know? I like that scene. That was great. So, yeah, great chapter, people. Can't wait to see next week. Should be interesting. Lo got owned. The only upsetting part, we didn't see that fight. But it was like that off scale. It was that off, screen raping. That's what that was. That was the off-screen raping from Doflamingo to Law. That's what that was. I'm sorry. That had me dying, but good chapter. Can't wait to see next week. This next chapter is going to be fucking insane. But that's all I got for you guys. It's Bonkai922. See you guys later. Brook. Yes. Brook. Nailing God down. Nailing Jora down. It's like, done. You just been cut. I don't like your art because I have no eyes. Yo! That's how he does it. That's how he does it. That's how my man Brook does it. He's the man. He's the man. He's the man. I'm Bonkai922, Brook Fanboy 922, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.